Rolling.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spin Rack. I'm here with my boys, PD and Cal. Say what's up, guys.
What up?
Ready to rock, people.
And today we got a special guest star, Professor CA, all the way from the left coast. Tell him what's up.
You already know.
So today we're going to be looking at Invincible TV series that just dropped on Amazon Prime. Yes, you have Amazon Prime if you have Prime delivery. So go out there and watch it. Amazon Prime dropped 3 episodes March 26th, and these things are looking fantastic. I'm gonna have Professor CA give us a quick brief overview of what he's seen, and the team is gonna jump right into it.
So yes, I'm just gonna put it in context. I never read the comic book, so I'm coming from the perspective of somebody who's just seeing, this cool thing. I've heard Invincible. I've heard of the author because he does The Walking Dead. Was my first time seeing it, knowing anything about the character. So it opens up and basically seeing this story of a family led by the father, who is a superhero named Omni-Man, and his son. They're all in on the secret. They all know the secret. Son is looking forward to his genetics kicking in around his 18th birthday. So that's kind of where it opens up. There's plenty of action. The animation, I think, it's okay. It's good enough. But it's definitely graphic when it needs to be. And I don't know if we're going into spoiler situations, but it's definitely a major twist that happens in the arc of these first 3 episodes. For those who read the comic, you know what it is. For those who haven't, if you want to be surprised, I won't kind of spoil it. I'm not sure how we get down here in terms of that. But it's action-packed. It's twist. It is not going to be your typical superhero family story. This is not Lois and Clark.
This is an adult show.
Yeah. I would say, a little bit. It's definitely like a twist that kind of changes up the whole kind of flips everything on its head. So it's definitely kind of, I think it was good. First 3 episodes, I'm hooked. I'm ready to watch more. If you like The Boys, you'll probably like this as well.
Okay, that definitely makes sense. Cal, can you give us a little bit more on this?
Oh man, good grief. Yeah, that's why you passed it me. Yeah, I can see you laughing.
I'm not laughing.
This is tough. I mean, I read the comic and I got turned on to it because was discussing the usefulness of Superman having a career as Superboy as a kid, because he can't just be there, in the shadows doing little blur stuff. He's got to come out and he sets this standard. But part of the reason why he's also such a great superhero is because he's been doing it for such a long period of time. Traditionally in the comics, Superman becomes Superboy about like when he's 8 years old, and then he joins the Legion, countless amount of adventures, and then they decided, with the reboot in 1986, they decided that wasn't going to be a part of it. So we were having this long conversation, and he says, "You know what? You should read Invincible. That's like a great approach to how Superman could be Superboy." So I started reading it, and of course, it's not as fast as what I'm seeing on the show, but eventually, it takes like this hard left turn. And I was reading this, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is irredeemable again!" And with this evil Superman character, and of course, like the characterization, the approach again is anti what a Superman story should be. But I read it. I think I read maybe the first 2 volumes of it before I begged off and just said, "No, this isn't for me." At the end of the day, the animation, however, does look very good. The voice acting, just from the trailer, is something that would draw you in. And obviously, Amazon knows this is a story that people need to be able to get into, so they gave you 3 episodes as opposed to 1, and piecing it out. So definitely, it's a lot more compelling that way. It's just tough because again, for me, this is like another evil Superman story, or another anti-hero story, as opposed to a hero story. And they keep pushing this stuff, so it's very hard for that not to keep coming into mind when I watch this. That if it's either I get this, or I get The Boys, or I'll get literally Superman and Lois, which is still pretty dark for a Superman show at the end of the day, with the overwhelming amount of teen angst. So it's not that it's not enjoyable or even executed well, but man, it just keeps reminding me of, like, I keep getting this. Can I get the other? They're making all of this stuff based on what the ideal Superman is. Can I get that ideal? Can I see that? I'm getting up in years. I'm not gonna live forever. Can I see that? it's hard for me. It's hard for it not to keep percolating in my mind because they seem to be able to execute this very well. They're doing The Boys. Okay, they're doing Invincible. They'll probably be irredeemable before too long. You already had was it Brightburn? I've already had Hancock. Can I see a good Superman movie? Who knows?
Yeah, it's a lot easier to deconstruct than it is to construct. As a fan of as a superhero fan, if you're a deconstructionist, then you'll like this. It's in that vein, like the same as The Boys, so like yeah, same as Brightburn, yeah. But who knows? Maybe there will be like a glimmer. Maybe Invincible will redeem it. I don't know. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know where that's going.
That's not.
Well,
So, Peter, what's your?
I had a more question than my point of view from it because I read I think the first arc leading to what the mystery is. But my question to you is, what about the local drama as far as him with his friends? Because that's what my friends kind of liked the book about, was him sort of being not necessarily Batman Beyond, but sort of like Peter Parker sort of thing. How are those elements in these three first issues?
In the first three, they touch on it maybe by like the second into the third.
Okay.
With a little bit of a teen angst, a little bit of a somebody gets cheated on kind of a situation. Yeah, one character cheats on another character whose ability is to multiply themselves. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it. I'll let the imagination run wild on that one.
Lord.
But they touch on that. Yeah, they touch on that.
And was that the stuff that you sort of liked in it? Because that's what I think in the end, they moved away from the graphic stuff. And my friends were really liking the drama. Was that more of a draw? It was more the action and that sort of. What was the draw for you in this?
For me, it wasn't like, not to say, I think I'm a little bit more impartial than maybe Cal is. I don't hate deconstructionists per se. I can like watch them like The Boys and just enjoy for what it is, but I'm not considering that like a superhero, movie or film or animation. Like I want both. I can do the deconstruction stuff, but that's just like easier to do. Well, this time instead of just him saving her once he crushed her skull, like it's kind of just like pretty easy to kind of do. So, but The Boys, I enjoy The Boys, but I enjoy it for what it is. And for this, it seems like pretty cool. It's enough. They did enough in the first 3 episodes that if I saw a 4th pop up next week and I wasn't doing anything, I would watch it.
Okay. Oh wow, strong praise.
Yeah.
So Peter, still haven't. What's your take on it so far?
One of the things I think Seth MacFarlane kind of pushed the cartoons that have in this bloody violence, and then of course we watch Harley Quinn. They've upped the ante where it's really, for me, it's really tough to watch. So I'm not really keen on watching the cartoon characters spit blood or being crushed and whatnot. But I will definitely try to check it out and see what's going on here. And hopefully, I didn't stay after, but I did like the mother character. I did like his mother in the story. I think that's sort of the heart of the book, at least the comic book. So I hope when I watch it, they'll still have that character as sort of being not necessarily like the Aunt May, but just having her be really the heart and his sort of moral compass in there. Even though with the twist, he still maintains his thing, but then after the twist, what he comes home to with him and his mom, that sort of thing, was a strong part of the book. So that's what I hope to see in there.
So far, they're showing that, and it seems as if she is. I think she's more likened to Jonathan Kent than Aunt May for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, one thing that surprised me about this particular series, and other than Amazon's clearly putting some money behind it, is that you have some character. I mean, if you look at the voice actors behind me, these are some well-known actors here. You have Omni-Man is played by J.K. Simmons. That's the guy who does the Farmers commercials. He was J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. We have, for those Trek fans, they have Michael. What's his name? At the top of my thing, Michael Dorn, who was the Daily Beast. We have Sandra Oh, who's the mother. And amongst many others. They even have, which kind of threw me off for a look, they actually have Mark Hamill as Art Rosenbaum, the guy who helps do the uniforms. So I'm like, whoa, they're really like trying to get as many people here to get into some of these characters. So I mean, this seems like a very interesting story. I think that, yes, they're taking, clearly Amazon is taking a different view, a different spin on what the superhero genre normally is, and just trying to flesh things out. I mean, this is Kirkman. He's doing The Walking Dead, and he's been doing The Walking Dead for quite a long time. You know, he has another series, Firepower, I believe it is, Petey. So, which is pretty interesting. Yes, you've seen some of this stuff already happen, but you know, it's always good to see a different take of it. I'm definitely there.
Yeah, for sure. I'd recommend it one time. Check it out. See how you feel.
But again,
If you like the first three, you like this series.
again, it's an adult. I would not say this is for young kids to be jumping. This is not a Marvel superhero film. This is not. There's going to be some bloody stuff, and I think there's a little bit more adult interaction in this one than others. But I mean, I guess teenagers could probably watch it, but you know. So hey, anything else, gents, before we close this segment out?
The teens are watching Breaking Bad, so
That's a different story, bro. That's network TV. It only goes but so far.
kids who are watching it, they're sitting on there watching R-rated stuff, and they're watching Harley Quinn, and that's
I don't know any kids that do stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
watching Meg getting her head beat in by Peter on Family Guy.
Hey, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, comment, spin a rack.
Out.
Out.